You're in a room. You're in a dark room with screens. I know, you're not by water. But there's a bowl next to you. And a jug. Pour some water from the jug into the bowl. Then place the jug down. Now reach with your hand and touch the water in the bowl with your fingertips. Slowly submerge your hand. Feel the cool water envelop it. The sensation on your skin. Now touch your neck with the wet hand. Your ears, the back of your neck. During your time with me, you can choose to play with the water anytime you wish. Or else, there are paper towels for you on each crate. Your body is water. 2/3 of your body is water. The brain and the heart, 3/4. The lungs, more. The skin, the muscles, the kidneys, even the bones are watery. I first started dreaming about water when I was 5. In my dreams, I would breathe underwater like a fish and delve into the foamy waves like a slippery seal. I would have nightmares, like the one where I was swimming in a pool with my sister and then somebody pulled the plug and the water started rushing down in a spiral, taking my sister with it through the plug. A man once told me he was surfing in the ocean when he looked behind him to see a set of teeth edging out of the water behind him. Twice. What it was, he wasn't sure. Swimming. Every time I'm near a body of water where I can, I swim. I've swum in a black reservoir, and when my head goes down with every stroke of my front crawl, I have to close my eyes, lest I stare into the abyss of nothingness beneath me. It scares me, and my breath becomes shallow, and I have to go back to breaststroke for a bit. Feel kind of silly. Water. Water makes me scared. Water makes me brave. I've swum in the sea near Brighton Pier, and it seems crazy to think there are so many tons of metal, wood and flesh using the sea so differently to me, just meters away. Fishermen next to me. Water at 17 degrees Celsius, and it's cold at first, but then a fiery tingle takes over my skin and I feel invincible. I feel I could swim forever. I'm not fast, but I like to travel in water. I've swum with a gaggle of teenage friends in Lake Vljug in Romania, and my boyfriend told me, you know, you can use one arm at a time so you don't get tired. You can float on your back. I've swum in Loch Indal by Islay, an island off the west coast of Scotland. Water so freezing, my skin started burning, and when I came out, my lips were blue and I couldn't stop shivering. I walked the beach near the border town of Omeath in Ireland, where I'm told people go for a Christmas swim. I'm terrified and equally attracted to the idea. It makes me think of my birth and my death all in one breath. I've swum in the Atlantic, but the force of the waves in the Bay of Biscay is no match for the Pacific, where after braving the surf and getting under it before it crushed me, I'm pretty sure I saw a seal. I remembered the surfer's story about teeth and it freaked me out. My favourite place to swim is in clear waters. Shades of deep azure, light green, greys, blues. You can see the fish having a jolly and phallic sea cucumbers underneath, unless it rains or the currents bring out sandy storms and jellyfish. I followed purple jellyfish in southern France until they stung me. In the peat-brown pool of a waterfall, I've submerged my whole body. It's surprisingly deep, but also shallow at the base, where the pressure of the water falling gives you a great pounding massage. Fish pinched the hair on my leg in Croatia, and I yelped, coming out as fast as I could, as if I'd been chased by a shark. The mere disparity between the lightness of being and freedom I experience in the water and the deep fears of the unknown and closeness to death seems so pure, so clear, so near the edge of what being human seems to be. I let my child near water. I stroll beside him and watch his obsession and comfortable nature with it. He intuitively seems to know its dangers, and yet he dares himself to go near it. I would like to think it's because I took him swimming from when he was 6 weeks old, obediently submerging him as instructed, and fascinated by the prospect of raising a merman. But after he had words to say whether he liked it or not, it was a definite no to the submerging, at least for a while. But it never stopped him going close to it, playing with it, and with courage built up, he launched himself in his inflatable hoop far out beside me, and I could see on his face that he was so proud and happy and at one with the element he started his life in. I have so many memories about water. Crystal clear memories. Diving after plastic bits in the training pool in Timișoara, Romania, where I grew up. Screaming for dear life when my sister held me just by my belly without an inflatable in the Black Sea at Mamaia. The lack of control I felt was too overwhelming. I wanted to give birth in the water, but my son had other plans. Water. Shower droplets kiss my body on their way down the drain. My mind races all the time. Water helps quieten it down. Water. The pain of a nightmare I had last night is creating humidity in my eyes. I'm trying to wash it away in the shower, trying hard to think about something that soothes me, to focus on the droplets kissing my body on their way down the drain. I like to lie down in the bath and close my ears and my nose to submerge completely, and the stillness that envelops me like a womb brings me comfort, takes the noise of my thoughts away, kills the anxiety. I splash my face with ice-cold water in the mornings. It's become my ritual. I don't feel right if I don't. I end every shower with a bout of cold. I just like the feel of it. Cold droplets on my skin, switching to warm again to make my skin tingle, then back to cold for a neat finish. I have to drink water constantly. I have this unquenching thirst. I feel my throat constantly dry, like parchment paper. Arid desert that has made home in my throat, and no amount of water will still it. I fantasize about having a device that runs water down my throat 24/7. I travelled 300 miles to West Bay and back to go for a swim. I swim and thoughts swirl over in my head. Then quiet. The stillness of nature, the presence of danger beneath me, the cold that envelops me, then seagulls on the beach, bickering. You You by the water. You in the water. What is water to you? Leave an impression of water in the room. Paper and pens are inside the crate. Thank you.